Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Rich T here, and in today's video, I'm going to be going around asking some Street Fighter 6 players on the one thing they hate about Street Fighter 6. Now, when it comes to Street Fighter 6, there's a few things what I hate more together when it comes to Street Fighter 6.
日本一
My, get out of it. This doesn't concern you. Um, I feel like when it comes to Street Fighter 6, majority of the players have been slowly declining because on the amount of time Street Fighter, well, Capcom to be exact, have not particularly been helping the community out. They've only have been helping the community out, and that's only by doing obviously avatar content. It doesn't make any sense why they carry on doing content like that. Like, we all have been asking Capcom to stop making the content like that because people have just been slightly just not giving a shit when it comes to that. But enough of that. Today's video is just me asking Street Fighter 6 players the one thing they hate more about this game. So let's get into it. Be sure to enjoy the video and tell me your things and your thoughts in the comment below, and let's get into it. Okay, so I'm here with G Blanco. You might have seen him a few times on the videos and such. Blanco, what is the one thing that you hate more than Street Fighter 6 has?
Probably Drive Rush.
Is that because obviously on when people normally use the drive rush to like cut some of the frames in when someone does like a forward heavy kick, it's not like -4, it'll be like 0 frames.
No, it wouldn't even be neutral on block. It would just be plus on block. That they would just do that to just do low forward and the Drive Rush cancel on the tick throw. That's just it would be fake pressure otherwise. But uh, honestly, that's just kind of like how the game's designed. I mean, like that's if you're not like a character that can cancel low forward in the DRC cancel and do jab tick throw, it's kind of like you know, you wouldn't be like in a good spot right now. But honestly, that's not what bugs me. Honestly, what it is like if someone just does raw DR and I try to check them, and it can be as simple as if it's like a Luke player specifically, and then they do like suppressor, which is back HP. It pulls
Hmm.
their hurt box away, so I can't really check them. So it's kind of like for all my Tekken players out there, it's basically like a sway. And when a character does a sway, what's it called? They're basically invulnerable for like a period of time, and they won't get hit because it's weight. They're pulling themselves back. So honestly, it just gets like annoying when you want to like stop their offense and while you're playing defense, it just gets
Yeah.
like annoying. That's all.
Mm. Yeah, I can kind of see it. It's mainly related to Luke players. So every Luke player I face in rank or either in customs, they always do the raw drive rush into back heavy, and I'm just like,
Yeah, it
bro,
makes sense because they don't want to get hit. So I can't really blame them at all. It's just
yeah,
stuff like that is what it can get annoying. But honestly, that's not the worst thing. Honestly, I'd rather deal with that than like a Bison or Mai because like their DRs are just so much more faster. You can't even.
yeah.
It's like much more difficult to check them to be honest. So I would just say that and like maybe obviously lack of content, but that's a whole different thing right there.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks again for this little interview. Appreciate it.
You're welcome, bro.
Now I'm moving on to the next interviewer. Now, I'm not going to discuss on who they are and such. Their links will be in the description below. But anyway, let's get into the next one. Go. Okay, I'm now here with Star Luigi. His YouTube it will be in the link description below. Luigi, what is the one thing that you hate about Street Fighter 6?
Um, some things I really don't like about SF6, to be honest, is basically the content, and sometimes when it comes down to inputs and so on and so forth. Like, like the one thing I really wanted so badly was to actually fix the well. Yeah, input bugs is one thing I hate most, but I really, really want them to add more costumes and everything. Like SF4 and SF5 had like a billion, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they
And
had quite a lot.
yeah, and really, the fact that fact that almost every character don't really have much costume at least, and so on and so forth. Like almost every character in the cast, say like Lou, Manon, Jane, Cammy, Sean, of course. Each of them have like up to four outfits. I think Zangief included. If you add the
Yeah, Zakib's got a fourth outfit as well. Yeah, I can
yeah the
see where this is going because obviously, if it was like since we're 2 years into Street Fighter Six, normally if this was Street Fighter Five, Capcom they would have made like quite like a few outfits for like most characters. But I can see like yeah, people would say oh because it's a new engine. Yeah, true and all, but like you're not going to help out with like the content and the community if you just keep on adding the same stuff, which is avatar content.
yeah. But more than really anything aside from costumes, the only real quote unquote nail in the coffin for me is a master award system, which every time I see them, I just felt like I want to get it so badly, but then I'm like telling myself, you know what, I don't want to get it, and I rather just play the video game as usual. Like really, the master award system where it gives you colors off of characters' outfit one system, like
Mm.
the only real Master Award costume I got was for Goki or Akuma, if you want to put or Akuma, really.
Mm, yeah,
But
same.
yeah, it's the green outfit because green is my favorite color, and I do love
Yeah,
Akuma. And yeah,
yeah, it's understandable.
but yeah, really though, that that's usually the one thing I really don't like most is the costumes, specifically
Yeah,
the Master Award system. It's
mm,
just bad. Like if you're
yeah,
gonna if you're gonna put at least like if you're gonna have colors and costumes for the characters and have it locked under like a specific color or something like that, like the Master Award system, at least put it under like I don't know, maybe some offline content stuff or whatever, or just play it
mm,
like where you just play a certain character's arcade mode a few times and boom, there you go, you got the outfit. Like how
yeah.
I did with Elena for some arbitrary reason. I got her I basically got her DX2 outfit, the little green Master Award color, off of playing her arcade mode, which wasn't something I really expected. I thought I would just because really I suck with Elena. Don't get me started with her,
Mm.
really. But
Anyway,
yeah.
yeah, I can see where obviously the content is not as lacking, and it's just obviously making players not join the game anymore. But yeah, anyway, thanks again for the little interview. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, I am here now with Karma. You might have seen him in one of my videos before and the other video. Karma, what is the one thing that you hate about Street Fighter 6 and why?
One thing, uh, if I had to pick one thing, it would be throw loops, and it's simply because throw loops are an unskilled guessing game for both players. On offense, it's unskilled. On defense, it's unskilled. It's the one part of the game that you can consider very inconsistent because other things that people complain about, like raw drive rush and things like that, are fine because you can check them. They might be slightly overtuned, but there is still a skill to checking drive rush. There is still counterplay. There is obvious counterplay that you can work on and you can develop. But throw loops, there is no counterplay other than guessing correctly. So I feel like it's pretty unhealthy for the game, and I am not a fan of looping guessing games every single
Yeah,
round.
it is kind of annoying whenever like you're in a situation, you're in a corner, and they just keep on throwing, and you try to go for a backdash, but it ends up
Yeah,
getting a meat eat. Yeah, it's kind of a nutcase, but I don't know if they will fix it or not. That depends on Capcom's decision.
I don't think they will at
Yeah.
this point.
Who knows at the end of the day? Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah,
thank you, man.
I mean, doesn't bother me
Yeah.
that much anymore.
All right. Thanks again, dude.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, I am now here with Zenox. You might have seen him in a few of my videos here and there, the modern Dulcim. Zenox, what is the one thing that you hate about Street Fighter 6 and why is it the reason?
Well, there are a few things, but if I had to pick one, it'd probably be like the rhythm of the game. Like it's always just drive rush. You hit something on block, you drive rush to get pressure, you plus on block. You hit, you drive rush, you confirm of that. You drive rush just to get in. Just you always see green, and drive rush is just like there's not enough risk behind drive rushing. You don't even get punish counted if you're checked by like out of your drive rush. So I feel like just drive rush is just a shit mechanic, man.
Would you say that obviously with Dry Rush being added into Street Fighter 6, you think the game has made it, or Capcom have made trying to like make it a bit more like, I don't know, like more aggressive side towards the game with the amount of Dry Rush mechanic?
I mean, it is very explosive for sure. I think it I mean, I said it's a shit mechanic, but it fits well into the game. I feel like the game itself was made to be like very explosive, a lot of damage, a lot of very fast paced. So I just don't like how it works right now and should be tweaked. But yeah. Drive Rush absolutely helps uh, the like in FT2 you'll see a lot of drive rush games and you just lose to a fucking drive rush on block plus on block extract throw gas you lose to a throw loop. Just some games are just defined by that, so it makes it very explosive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it sounds like it's a bit of a nutcase when it comes to when someone just does like a medium punch and they end up doing a drive rush into throw or drive rush into like a light
yeah,
punch, and then you end up like guessing wrong, and then you end up getting punished counted for us a bit. But yeah, thanks again for the little interview. I appreciate it. All
no
right, thank
worries.
you very much. Okay, so here I am. I'm with FR Don. You might have known him around in Europe. He runs the Mind Game Battle Tournament. Don, one thing I like to ask you is, what's the one thing that you hate about Street Fighter 6 and why?
Well, since the beginning, Capcom nerfed my character. I am a Kami player, and I like the fact that Kami was a broken character. Capcom nerfed the side switch combo. Capcom nerfed the OD DP side switch uh, DP of Kami. So that's why I hate a Street Fighter 6 for these things, because this is my character and I don't want to change to another character.
Do you think that when it comes to the situation that they might rearrange the character? Do you think they'll make her a bit better, like as she was back in season 2 and 1, or make it worse, like in certain aspects? Because that's how they normally make characters different.
Well, I think yes, it's better for me, and why not? I think it was during Street Fighter 4. Capcom released Omega version of Street Fighter 4, so people can choose which season they want to play with his home character. So it could be fun to have this option. So if you want to play with the season 1 Kami versus Daigo or versus any character, let the people choose.
All right, that's brilliant. Thank you again, Don.
Welcome.
Okay, guys, that basically wraps up with today's video. Now, there are two other people that were meant to be in the video. Their names is Kindness and Ullie, but they didn't want to be in the interview, as in the VCs. However, I asked them if they would like to send me messages on what they like to suggest or the one thing they hate about Street Fighter 6. So I'm going to put a picture of both Kindness and Ullie's messages on what they said about Street Fighter 6 and why they hate the certain aspects on the situation. I kind of agree with certain things, being Street Fighter 6 Pro Tour being pay per view. That'll be my previous video that I mentioned about why is it being a pay per view, and the with kindness saying about the lack of content. I completely agree, because at the end of the day, it's not really helping the community out with them just lacking a lot of what's it called, of content wise, like avatar content, okay and all, but please just make something for the fighting game community. But that wraps up with today's video. I want to appreciate you all for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Other than that, I will see you all later. Peace.